ni msichana mdogo kimiaka. Anafaa kuvumiliwa pamoja na wale wa mama wengine ambao wako na umri kama ule. Hiyo ndio kuwapa nafasi ya kukua katika hii seneti. Anaweza kuwa alikosea kwa kutojua ama alikosea kwa kujua. Lakini ningeuliza ya kwamba sisi wenyewe tuko hapa. Isipokuwa wale ambao nadhani sio mababa wa wasichana kama mimi. Wachukue, hata Biblia ilisema ya kwamba asiyekuwa na makosa achukue jiwe la kwanza kumtupia yule mwanamke ambaye anasemeka katika Biblia. Yesu akasema hivyo. Na mimi ningesema ya kwamba ambaye hajawahi kosa katika hili bunge la seneti, wao kwanza kurusha mawe na kumkashifu na kumfukuza Senator Gloria. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Speaker.
As per the statements that he was making in the hearing or the session, it's like, number one, he's trying to defend Gloria or Roba. I'd say Gladys, apologies for that, yes. Trying to defend Gloria because of her suspension, a 6-month suspension, because of some allegations. Number one, of course, Gloria went ahead and stated that the clerk of the National Assembly actually solicited for sexual favors from her, and that there's a lot of corruption as well in the system and a lot of discrimination. And yesterday we saw Gloria coming out and sharing a video stating that there's a lot of discrimination, especially in Senate and Parliament. And right now we are seeing Murango also coming up with the same statement, stating that females or women are being discriminated in there. And I'm excited here. The main reason as to why, he's actually asking for the Senate to probably reconsider their ruling against Gloria, to give Gloria a chance. Now, do you feel like the 2/3 gender rule, it being created, for example, like in the system or in government, gives women a representation, yes, but still they face a lot of discrimination? Or is it that the 2/3 gender rule was just put there for the sake of having women in the system and creating equality?
Thank you very much for that question. Honestly, the 2/3 gender rule, its inclusion in the 2010 Constitution, obviously its intention was to be a good intention, to bring women into leadership, to build capacity building for women in different fields. And now that was the intention of the 2010 Constitution, that article that gives 2/3 gender rule. But again, when we see now it's being challenged, I remember a year before election, the supremacy of the 2/3 gender rule was being debated, and it was agreed that by that time we never had 2/3 gender rule. So the Chief Justice by that, David Maraga, was advising that the whole system to be removed, so that we have again until we have the 2/3 representation, which was not to be possible, or which will not again be possible very soon. This comes with challenges. You know, especially here in Africa, in African countries, our culture is meant in a way that we don't appreciate female leadership.
True.
And for the few who have made it in female leadership in any government positions, they have fought against men-dominated society. Our country is male-dominated, in a point that even if we go today to an election and we have a potential female aspirant contesting with an incompetent male aspirant, at the end of the day, the man will become victorious. This is because the role of a man in the society is much of leadership than when we have females coming in leadership. I don't know why, including you females, you are not able to come out and to vote for your fellow female. What could be the problem?
Probably also don't believe that, for the longest time, the narrative has always been that a man is the only person who can lead. you know, and lead people to victory. We've even seen when female characters started like vying for example, presidential seats, you know. And I tend to believe that people have that notion of a woman cannot lead a country. Probably she can lead a home, but she cannot lead a country, you know.
Now, and then now you find out seats such as women reps. Do you know that women rep seats, majority of females don't vote for their fellow females? I don't know why. You hate one another.
We don't know. Do you
You
guys
don't
hate
want,
one another?
no, especially females.
Yeah.
No, females, you hate one another to vote for one to become a leader. So I think the seats which have no competition, especially by men, it's women rep, because the constitution gives it that it should be one to represent women.
No.
Now, definitely, she must be a woman in that seat. But we have others who've been elected as governors. We have, is it in Central, in Nakuru? We have in Nakuru County, the woman, the governor, Susan Kihiga, she's a female.
No.
The MPs in Nakuru County are females. I think they went in record for electing women.
Most females, yeah.
We have also Mabei County, whereby Gladys, she's the woman.
A certain story of someone who ran out of his house to go and meet the girlfriend. Yeah.
Now, nomination of political parties, it's a boyfriend-girlfriend issue that we have seen in many political parties. I don't want to say that it's what's happening, but in most cases, it's all about girlfriend and women issues. We saw the other time this woman rep from Kirinyaga saying that for her to be nominated, she had to have an affair with a big man, a leader in a political party. Now, those happen. Now, what Gloria Uruba brought up as a watchdog on matters to do with gender, to me, she could be right. That the system which has been having females as girlfriends, now it's finding hard to Gloria Uruba. Now she's coming out a different person. She's coming out someone who knows her rights. She's coming out like somebody who is educated. She's coming up like someone who knows what to stand for and what not to stand for. Now her allegations could be true. It's good now that she's gone to court to stop her suspension from Senate, and we went to see what will unfold, and we see who really asked her for the favors that she denied, that ended up bringing her suspension. And one of the things that's very wrong in a country is whereby you sell lies to the public or misinformation to the public. Now, if it's going to be found out that Gloria Uruba, she's lying to Kenyans, then her suspension will even be more worse. But again, if she comes out clear and it's going to be evident that the clerk wanted her, and then it will be very hard for him to convince again the house, because one, he has broken the rules of the house, and two, he has broken the constitution rules of giving wrong information to the public. And of course, we've seen that Gloria Uruba has been suspended out for a particular period. And now this one comes in with her roles. Now, for the next 6 months, she's not going to get any allowances from the house. She's not going to participate in any development project, including for the political party UDA, which had nominated her. Now, this one to again bring the big picture. Now, is it the party is going to sacrifice Gloria Uruba? You know, at times the party can sacrifice you for misconduct and whatsoever, and then they knock you out. They kick you out. That now you misbehaved. We're giving you our job to do. We're nominating you, and then you bring in this shame. You see, it's going to be a difficult thing for her. From the other side, if she's lying, and it's going to be very easy for her if she's saying the truth.
Truth, yeah.
So we have other female leaders who undergone the same in the past, but they've not come out to explain. There's a time Aisha Juma was also complaining such. In the past, Vincent Omanga, she complained about it, and Waguru, she's complained about it. So meaning that it's and one of the reasons that Kenyan men don't allow, or one of the few things that make Kenyan men not to allow our women to come and participate in politics, it could be the dusting game that's in politics. Now you find out that you are married, and then now when you join politics, you marry to the public, which I think a normal man cannot agree. And that's why you find that majority of the female leadership, they have issues with their marriages.
Yeah.
So if we clean the mess as Kenyans and accept that, apart from being a politician, she's a wife belonging to person A, I think now it will at least allow other men to agree. But my stand it is that I'll never. Okay, I don't want to go there. Anyway.
Why are you leaving us hanging,
No, I
man?
never wanted to bring it personal. I wanted to say that from that point, that men does not find it easy to allow their partners to come into politics, because politics in Kenyan nature does not give you freedom as someone's wife. So you find that now you're going for a mission or an event, seminar, conference for a whole 1 week, and where you're going, you are leaving me behind as a man. And then here you have another man who is a politician, your fellow politician. I'm not a politician. It brings other issues. Again, we see that women, when they get in power, they forget about their men. Now they start mistreating their husbands.
Yeah.
They see them as boys in the house, and they start getting favors from the fellow politicians who are men. I think that's the main reason that unless we have it in comment sections, if men are able to allow their partners to come into active politics, but for me as an individual, I don't think if I can do that. Yeah.
So you wouldn't let your woman go into active politics?
No, I cannot.
Reasons being?
I've just explained.
Oh, explain a general.
No,
what is your
explained.
personal one?
No, that's the main thing.
It's the same thing.
Unless I become a politician, that's one. But at the moment, she cannot come into politics.
Okay. To each his
No,
own.
and again, that's personal.
Yeah.
Let's not have people commenting and saying that's we are living in 21st century and whatever. No.
But we'd also love to know. I don't know. That question of why people don't choose female leaders. Because you see, for example, like the woman representative seat being put there. We had an interview recently with a guy named Charles, and he asked a very simple question that I'm also posing to you, the audience. Who is your woman rep, number one? First of all, he was clear. He said it is not a women rep, it's a woman rep, And by a woman rep, it means a woman representative, When if you go to the streets of Kenya and ask them what is the role of a woman representative, the first thing they'll tell you is that this is person who anatetea haki za wanawake na watoto in the county, and of which that shows, first of all, even number one, as a country, or as the citizens of a country, we need to know more about the people in government, But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that in order to achieve the two-thirds gender rule, we've seen that hadi, it's like, when you're nominating people, somehow some seats that could be elective seats, it feels like number one, you do not trust this particular side of people, that is the women, to lead the nation. So why do you as a Kenyan citizen, or why would you as a Kenyan citizen vote for a woman or not vote for a woman? And are we going to see more females, just like what happened in Nakuru, take lead for different sectors of governance, of course, in Kenya? Please feel free to tell us on the section, on the comment section below. And also, do you feel like the female gender is actually being discriminated in the parliament as well as the Senate? You can give us examples as well, or instances as well, on the comment section below. Now, speaking of matters gender, speaking of matters of being woke, we have one aspiring woman representative for 2027, that is Brenda Kangai, who boldly came out to lecture, that is the president of Kenya, that is William Ruto, as well as Moses Kuria, mocking him, of course, of his apology to all Kenyans. That is after telling them to dig their own, find a way of digging their own. Well, of course, she's talked about a lot of things, obviously saying that she is also a diehard of Baba, that is Raila Odinga, and that amesema alikuwa on a break, as per Baba's instructions to take a break, but whatever Baba says, it goes. Let's just listen to Brenda Kangai and then we'll be right back.
Mimi naitwa Brenda Kangai, msichana wa Mlima Kenya, ama ukipenda the Queen of the Mountain, na mimi nitakuwa mwakilishi wa kike, yani Women Rep Nairobi County 2027. So nimepata DMs mingi kwa Facebook na Instagram yangu, Wakenya wakiniuliza nimeenda wapi na supporters wangu na Azimio fans and Baba supporters. Niwaambia tu mimi niko rada, niko mgangari. Mimi nilikuwa nimesema juu Baba alikuwa amepatiana off and alikuwa amepatiana time ya kwenda bipartisan, and I'm very royal and very obedient to my party boss, that is His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Nikaamua ya kwamba wacha nipatie pia mimi hawa majangiri nafasi nione kama wako na chance ya kurekebisha maisha ya Wakenya. Lakini nikarealize ya kwamba even after kutupiga tear gas, after kutunyanyasa, after kuwa vijana wetu, hakuna kitu ya kilio chetu imesikizwa. Nikarealize that the time loose tani ya Gachagua imekuwa more. Nikarealize that the time the CS ambao wanapaswa kuwa na chunga wa Kenya na wanapaswa kuwa wanapewa Kenya maendeleo, hadi wanawadharau na kuwakejeli openly in public. So nikapata a lot of DMs. So mimi kitu ya kwanza nitakwambia supporters wangu, mimi niko gangari, niko rada. Mimi I'm always Baba's girl and I'm there to support anything that Raila says. Hata akisema kesho ni maandamano, mimi nitaenda na niko ready kwa ile option ambayo Baba anaenda kupatiana. So iko hivi, fuel price imepanda. Mimi nataka kuambia William Ruto, ndio utuambie globally bei ya mafuta imepanda. Tanzania, Uganda iko chini. Kwani ile bei ya mafuta tunanunua si yenye hao wa Tanzania wananunua, si yenye wa Uganda wananunua? Saa hizi actually petrol price ina retail at $91 per barrel. Lakini ile time ambayo ilikuwa imepanda sana, time ya Uhuru ikafika 160, yenye watu wa Kenya Kwanza walitumia kukampeni nayo ilikuwa 110. Kama sasa hizi iko 93, 91, sasa hizi ndo Mkenya anapaswa kuwa ananunua fuel at 130 shillings. Mr. William Samoei Ruto, tunajua uko na haja na Wakenya na una haja na Wakenya. Ni vizuri usiweke mafuta 210, ongezea ifike 500 shillings. Wale masafara walikuchagua ateseke zaidi juu ndivyo unapenda. Wewe una utu na una haja na Wakenya. But to my boda guys, mimi nitawaambia tu hivi, vumilieni, ni hali. Huyu mtu ambaye aliwadanganya kuambia ni mtu yeye atasupport vijana boda, mama mboga, mtu wa mkokoteni, mtu sijui wa nini na nini, huyu mtu ana interest na nini. Mtateseka for some time until we get solution. Na Baba amekuja kutuambia atapatiana ile solution ambayo itaweza kumtoa William Ruto katika power. Na kama solution yetu ita succeed, it is a wake up call, so that when you go to the ballot in 2027 utatumia akili kuchaguana, au utachaguana kupunish mtu yote. You will vote for a leader because utakuwa unajua ukichagua huyo mtu maisha yako yatakuwa atalini. Tukirudisha William Ruto, you will struggle. High cost of living. Mr. William Samoei Ruto, we demonstrated because of high cost of living. Tulidemonstrate kwa sababu ya sabuni, tukademonstrate kwa sababu ya sukari na unga. Hakuna kitu imeshuka. Till now Kenyans are struggling. Mimi nataka kukuambia ule mama mboga ulitumia jina yake. Ukasema that huyu mama mboga ndio utakuwa na protect. Huyu mama mboga ndio utakuwa unalinda. Utakuwa unalinda biashara yake. Mtoto wake analala njaa, mtoto wake amekosa school fees, nyumba yake inafungwa. Because of you. You are in power but you cannot do anything to Kenyans. Mr. William Samoei Ruto, Kenyans are watching you. Tunakuangalia, tuko rada mbaya. Tuko rada yako mbaya. Sisi kama Wakenya na utodanganya tena. Mjua ile generation yuko saizi si ya kuzua boga, si ya kutishwa na si ya kudanganywa. Sisi tumejanjaruka na tumerevuka and we know our rights according to Constitution of Kenya. Kitu kingine nataka kukuambia. Moses Kuria, you've been ranting. Umekuwa ukitukana watu day and night. And then unakuja una offer, unasema tu mnisamee, sijui nilifanya this and this and this. Me am asking you, Moses Kuria. Wewe ile siku ulikuwa unaambia watu that wachimbe visima zao. Akili yako ilikuwa imeruka, ulikuwa mlevi ama ni nini? Acha kutujanganya Moses Kuria. Sema Ruto alikupigia kukwambia unanichomea ground. Lakini Wakenya mwambie walisha mark your words na mark words zao masisi wengine ambao wanafanya kiburi na wanadharau wananchi. Na sisi kitu ambayo mimi naweza ambia Mr. William Samoei Ruto, yes, ulipata government in a illegitimate way, ukapata government kwa njia ambayo si mzuri, lakini haungetuchagulia CSS wanakaa hivyo. Because the only super CS naona kwa serikali ya Mr. William Samoei Ruto ni moja, Professor Kithure Kindiki. The rest zero quacks. William Ruto hauna CS. Wale CS wote uko nao ni maquacks. Hawajui anything, they don't know their work, they don't know their role. So I am telling you, Mr. William Samoei Ruto, your government will continue failing as long as you have those CSs. And you know that sieti Wakenya wako nini? Wajanyamaza, sisi tuko rada mbaya. Tunaangalia steps ni unafanya day and night. Alafu niulize tu kitu kingine. People when they went to the ballot August last year to vote for the president, walikuwa wanachagua president wa Afrika ama walikuwa wanachagua president wa Kenya? Because Mr. William Ruto, you have been going everywhere in the world. Sasa hizi tumeona hadi umeona kaburi ya Yesu. Umekuwa kwa the wall of Jericho. Sijui umekuwa kwa Wailing Wall. Sijui umekuwa wapi. Sasa hizi hivi unatafuta mifupa ya Yesu Kristo. Mr. William Ruto, stop going around the world. Stay in your country, deliver the promises you delivered to Mama Mboga, to hustlers, to Kenyans. Acha kutudanganya, acha kushinda umezunguka. Wakenya wakukuchagua uende ukazunguke dunia mzima. Uende ukasema oh Africa issues, Africa issues. We are Kenyans and we are suffering and we are struggling and we are demanding for our rights. And you're the person who is there, you should be creating solutions and solving our problems. Si kuzunguka na dunia. Wewe mwenye unazunguka William Ruto. Umeona last week youth wamekuwa pale Embakasi for that just 350 vacancies zenye mmeannounce. Waliturn up more than 20,000 youths. Wale youths ambao walipata hizo kazi, I don't think, and please forgive me if I'm talking the wrong thing. I don't think our vijana ambao walipata hizo kazi hata walingangania. Wazazi wao walilipa corruption na milango za nyuma wakapata. Ili 20,000 of youth walipanga line kupata job. What I'm asking Mr. William Samoei Ruto, after those 350 got jobs, did you ask yourself how vijana wengine walienda wapi? Why are not giving youth jobs? Why are you not creating solution to the youth? Mr. William Ruto, acha kuzunguka, vijana wanahitaji kazi. Kaa nchi yako, tuteseke pamoja kama hivyo ndivyo umeamua. Na mimi nataka kuaddress ma supporters wa Azimio. Mimi nataka kuambia mkae watulivu, msiumie sana, najua maisha ni ngumu, especially bodaboda guys ambao walisupport Raila Odinga. Sasa hii mngekuwa mnangoja baba na mama, baba care, yani nini, serikali ya baba na mama ingekuwa inakupea 6,000 per month. Raila had solutions to this country, but mlidanganywa. Mimi nitawaambia tu mvumilie na situation yenu, hivyo Mungu siku moja atakuja kutusaidia. Lakini supporters wa UDA, you went ahead to vote me for Mr. William Ruto because you are punishing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, who is a billionaire. I'm asking, who is struggling today? Who is suffering today? Si wewe, si wewe mama mboga, si wewe mtu wa bodaboda, si wewe mtu wa mkokoteni. What I'm telling you, the next time utasimama kwa ballot paper, tumia akili yako. And I want to talk to Mount Kenya people. You vote with emotion and you end up putting this country into a very serious trouble. Angalia ile combination mlituletea Gachagua, Gachagua and William Ruto. Now Kenyans are suffering because of Mount Kenya. Mlituchagulia kina nani? Watu wa Mount Kenya mkienda kuchaguana, know that you are the most hardworking, you are the most cooperative people in this country, you are the biggest importers. And when you vote for the wrong government, you end up suffering most. Nyinyi ndo mnatesekanga na mnaumia zaidi. So mkienda kwa ballot msichaguane na emotion. And then pale mkichua ni kiongozi mnachagua. And generally Kenyans, when you are voting, don't vote because somebody ako party A ama party B ama mtu ametoka tribe A to tribe B. Vote for that person. Angalia capability. Is that person able to solve your problem? Is this person capable of solving issues? Mimi last year tuliwaambia vizuri sana, Ruto is not capable of solving any issue. Now we are struggling on. We are struggling on. And lastly, Gachagua's loose tongue. Gachagua is the first person to point Moses Kuria amefanya hivi na hivi. But today Gachagua, wewe mwenyewe uliambia Wakenya ukawaambia ya kwamba serikali ni ya shares, ni ya wale watu ambao wako na shares. Take care of your tongue, Gachagua. Take care of your tongue, Gachagua. When you are struggling, ule Mkenya ananunua mafuta saizi 210 shillings. Si mwenye ako na shares na mwenye ana, we are all struggling. Gachagua ukienda kusimama mahali uongee. Speak like a person who is representing people. Acha kuongea ujinga. Take care of your mouth. And the CSOs of Ruto. Mjue wa Kenya ndo unalipwa na taksi yetu. Na mimi swali ya mwisho tu nitauliza Mr. Jafet Koome. And the people who tear-gassed us. People who abused Kenyans' rights when we are demonstrating for the right of Kenyans. Are you not struggling when I'm struggling? Is your child not struggling when I'm struggling? Know that when you see people demonstrating, they demonstrate for change. Na mimi kitu ya mwisho nitaambia baba Raila Amolo Odinga, sisi kama vijana wako na sisi kama watu wa Azimio, we are behind you baba. Anything you want to do for this country, we will offer support 100%. Na mimi kama msichana wa Mount Kenya baba, I will be the front line kukukampenia tena because I am 100% sure sahi baba. Tusidanganyane, hakuna mtu mwingine ako able to replace Raila Odinga. Raila is the only person who can sort issues of Kenyans. Let not lie to each other. Raila is the only person saizi akiapishwa, kesho kutwa maisha wa Kenya itakuwa imebadilika. Leo hii tukiapisha Raila Amolo Odinga, kesho kutwa unanunua mafuta na 120 shillings. Leo hii tukiapisha Raila Odinga, school fees, universities wanapata nini? Wanapata help na school fees inashukishwa. Kwa sababu huyo ni kiongozi ambaye ako na nia nzuri kwa wananchi. But when we end up voting for the wrong people, we will end up struggling. So Baba, know that you have a chance to change this country. And this time round Baba, whichever method will take you to State House, it was hiyo ndo tutatumia. Kwa sababu sisi tuna struggle, tunaumia sisi wote. Whether you voted Azimio, whether you voted UDA, we are all.
Now that was Brenda Kangai, and I really don't have much to say. I'll just go directly to you, Emmanuel. What's your take on the speech that we've listened to right now?
First, I can say that we've not known how to address our leaders. Mm-hmm. Our leaders should always be respected at all costs. Mm-hmm. So you cannot wake up and just address a leader as you want. I've seen her addressing the president of a Republic of Kenya, mm-hmm. who was voted in by over 8 million people, addressing him like someone who does not know what to do. Mm-hmm. The president of a Republic of Kenya, Mr. William Samuel Ruto, he is guided by the Constitution, is guided by the presidency. It's good. You cannot respect the president. Mm-hmm. It's upon you not to respect Mr. William Ruto as your president. Mm-hmm. But you must, at all costs, respect the presidency. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between presidency and president. Mm-hmm. So the presidency is the office. The president is the one who is sitting there for this time. Mm-hmm. So her sentiments need to be apologized upon. especially the one saying that we elected William Ruto to be the president of Kenya, not the president of Africa. That's a very petty, even a class 1 student cannot argue like that. Because the president of a country represents the country in international platforms. What the president is doing outside there is looking for markets. He's looking for business opportunities. He's making friendship with other heads of states. So that how many Kenyans are living outside Kenya?
Very many.
And they are staying there. It's through the good relationship of our country, the leadership with others. So when you come up in media and starting lecturing a president using petty issues, and then you don't know what you're doing, and you don't deserve being a leader, as you want to say that you want to become a leader. Next, she's saying about Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. She's saying that she's going to support Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. Does she know that the president of the Republic of Kenya once worked with Raila Odinga? So she's not, William Ruto is not new working with Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. And other things, in as much the country is having difficulties in economics, it's good, we need to criticize the government, but in a better way. There are better platforms, not to insult the same government. Because when you insult that government in a way that it's demeaning the government, so it brings that you don't respect the government. You know what other key politicians do, like Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, is a politician. He does his politics in a very professional way, that you cannot hear him abuse Mheshimiwa, any leader of the country. They differ in interest. When they meet, they agree again. But when now you bring, like she's trying to do, I think she needs to attend some political classes and understand how to criticize the government on the same. Anyway, now that was from the other part. Now she's talking about, in her debate again, we can see what she really wants is that life is difficult for Kenyans. What the government should do, and as the government is trying to do, is trying to remove the big burden that's laid by Kenyans of heavy taxation. You know what the government did, and Kenyans have not understood, is that the first year, the Kenyan government never went out to borrow money. So it tried hard as possible to raise its revenue through taxes here in our country, without knowing the effects of going for long-term loans from other countries, which other Kenyans cannot accept at the